Hello once again, everyone. Original Blood Ace, I know I'm back again with another video. It's crazy. But we are slowly slipping back into a slightly more normal flow of videos, at least for now. So this is going to be an OBA discussion. I came across the story for Titanfall here, and as you know, I don't care for Titanfall, but 20 gigabytes required for your hard drive space to install the game, previously being supposedly 40, which I hadn't even heard of, but whatever. Now, this is both a small number and a big number. It's small in the sense that compared to shooters, yeah, it's a fairly small number compared to like Battlefield and whatnot, and even Call of Duty Ghosts. Um, but, on the other side, 20 gigabytes you have to install to your hard drive. This is the reason, and I call it a problem. I don't know why Sony drones or even Sony fans or Xbox or even Xbox fans, if there are any of those, I don't know why they don't call this a problem. Why should you have to install every fucking game on your system? That's why Xbox and PlayStation comes with such a big hard drive, because you have to install every fucking game. That's one more small point that the Wii U has, that Nintendo has over its competitors. If you had to install every fucking Wii U game, then Nintendo would have been forced to have made a bigger hard drive, or a bigger flash memory or whatever. But they didn't, because installing every fucking game is entirely pointless. You can claim, oh, it might help with loading times, or whatever. Well, you know what the secret is? Flash memory. Yes, flash memory is cheaper, and it loads faster. The only difference is it's not an actual hard drive. Oh my god, surprise, surprise. It's just so silly. The only people who really need all this fucking memory are people who want to go all digital and just download all their games without even buying a fucking physical copy anyway. Or the people who just plan on buying a lot of DLC. Think about it. Would you rather have a $500 system that you have to install every game, which is going to take, I don't know, half hour to an hour of waiting to install after you get home when you get your game? You want to play it. Oh, but you got to install it. Oh, sorry, you got to wait. Or would you rather have a system where you get a game, you pop it in, it loads up after a few seconds, and you're playing? I know it seems like a small, trivial thing, really, this whole story. But let's read on a little bit. Let's just see what else they have to say here. If it wants to load, there we go. It's significantly smaller than popular shooters like Battlefield 4, which was 33 gigabytes. Call of Duty Ghosts, 39. But apparently that was because, oh, no single-player campaign. Which makes sense. Oh, here's a big one. Titanfall does not run in 1080p on the Xbox One, instead outputting at a native resolution of 792p. Ha 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 ha. So tell me, Mr. and Mrs. Xbox fanboys, what about Titanfall makes it a next-gen game? What makes the Xbox One next-gen? Because of its amazing cutting-edge technology, its amazing, uber-powerful graphics. It's a 20 gigabyte game that's not even at 1080p. And you can't use the excuse that it's a launch title, it'll get better as later goes on, or as time goes on, because this is not a launch title. Launch window, or near the end of it, but you can't claim that, oh, the graphics are going to be insane. You can on the PC version, but that's PC. But as far as the Xbox One goes, it doesn't blow away anything. It's, according to you guys, since it's not 1080p, it's a last-gen game by your own fucking logic. No one really cares about the specifics there if you're playing on PC or whatever. It's developed by a team of former Call of Duty designers, including Infinity Ward's co-founder. Wait a minute, does it? I just realized Is this the game that the former COD developer, the creator of COD or whatever, said he wanted to make a game that would destroy his own creation, which is destroy COD? Is this game right now? I never even realized that. Because I don't think it will. You can't. I don't think you can kill COD with a shooter. I really don't think you can. You could try and have a game that's part shooter, but you need to have some kind of aspect that's a competitive side that's not just run and gun. And if you think, oh, add robots, that's not gonna do shit. That's really about it. Let's just check out a few comments here. Less than the size of all Microsoft Titanfall PR data stored on GameSpot servers. Carry on Xbox and Sony ponies. Titanfall don't fall for the hype. Exactly. People are still getting really excited about it. Now, don't get me wrong, it's pretty much the only talkable game that the Xbox One's gonna have. It's the only game you can really say, oh yeah, it's only on Xbox, you may as well go play it. Well, it's on PC, but you know, it's the only noticeable game the Xbox One really has. Now you can say Killer Instinct, but we all know about that. That's another game, not 1080p, not 60 frames per second, where you have to pay for every fucking character. Or you cannot, and you can't say Dead Rising 3, because I don't believe that's 1080p. I think it's 60 frames per second, but I'm not sure if it's 1080p. This is just further proof that the Xbox One, don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna, say that no game on the Xbox One is ever gonna get to 1080p. It will. Next year. I honestly think, and I would bet, that Halo 5, or whatever they're officially gonna call it, will be the first title to be 1080p 60 frames per second. I don't even think Halo 2 Anniversary will be it. I think it'll be at 720p 60 frames per second. Xbox One has issues. Very frustrating issues. Anyway, that's really all I wanted to talk about on this video. Let me know what you think. Do you like the idea of having to install every frickin' game to your hard drive? Or would you much rather pay a few $100s cheaper for a system because you don't need to waste time installing every single damn fucking game for an entire 8 years or 7 years of a generation? Think about it. You know what? Let's get out a calculator here because I'm too tired to focus. Just use my calculator here on my computer. So let's say, since this is a smaller game without any campaign, let's bump it up just by 5 gigabytes. Let's say an Xbox One game is on average 25 gigabytes, right? And now if we times that by say in 8 years or 7 years during the Xbox One's life, you buy, I don't know, 20 retail games. Is that a fair number? So if we times that by 20 games, that's 500 gigabytes. Exactly. So you basically have enough space on your system for 20 physical games. That's it. That doesn't include DLC or seasons passes or any of that stuff. Now, I'm not 100% sure with the PS4. I think you can remove it, but the Xbox One's hard drive you can't remove. You fill that up, you need to either buy a new Xbox One or delete stuff. Anyway, stay tuned, more videos coming soon, as always.
I'm the cult of personality, the cult of personality, the cult of personality.